Hi, I'm Ramakrishna Reddy. In today's video, I want to share a secret when it comes to selecting your speeches and how to make your messages interesting so that you turn out to be a winner. And I literally mean a winner because years ago I was coaching one of my students and she came to me saying that she wanted to compete in a speech contest. So I said, okay, let's see what you got. She had a couple of speeches, and one of the speech was about facing some obstacles, and it was a story about hiking and how she was able to relate that hiking experience to facing obstacles in life. It was good. And the other speech was about facing fear and how she used a story about driving a car on a freeway to address the problem of facing the fear. And it was more compelling according to me. I felt the story was more compelling and people would connect easily because most of them drive cars. So I said, let's go with this one and see what we got. I asked, when is a contest? She goes, in a week. And I was like, we should have started the work a little earlier, but that's okay. That always happens. And I did few touch-ups and helped her understand what best she can do, and she did well. I thought her dry run went well and she was all set for the contest. She went to the contest and I asked what happened. She said, I didn't win. That was a bummer. And I asked how were the other speakers. She said that everyone was okay, but I thought I did well. I'm sure everyone thinks that way, but that's what happened. But after a few days, she came back to me saying, here's the speech video. She had recorded the video of the club contest. I saw and I thought she did fairly well. And let me talk about the speech a little bit. So the speech was about facing fear, and the messaging was around if you face your fear, you may not conquer it. But until you conquer your fear will conquer you. So it was this message where she's trying to say that if you face your fear, you may not conquer it. But then she's also saying that until you conquer your fear, the fear will conquer you. So it's true, but it's not inspiring or motivating or helping the audience understand what needs to be done, right? It was more of a neutral messaging. It's not inspiring me or it's not giving me some motivation through that message. And here's the truth, and this is the important part of this video, and I really want you to understand. When you're giving a speech or you're giving anything at all into this world, see that there is some novelness, something new, something fresh. Now I'm shooting this video because I feel that this is something fresh. I want to tell people so that it really hits them hard. Only if something is new, or at least is told in a new, novel way, people are going to get it. Otherwise, it's going to be boring. You don't want to be boring. You want to be different. You want to come out or show at least a different angle to the same problem. Look, everyone knows that we have to face our fears, right? I mean, we all have some kind of fears, isn't it? Some might have fear of heights, some might have fear of water, some might have fear of driving cars on a freeway, right? So that was a speech story. She was waiting outside a mall. Her husband asked her to drive the car on a freeway, but she was afraid. So how is she going to connect that story, and how is she going to connect it with the audience? That's the challenge. And the messaging is what is driving everything. So we worked on it. I interviewed her. I asked her, what is something that you really felt, you really learned out of it? And organically, as we were talking, she blurted out saying that when I faced that fear, I didn't conquer it, but it helped me grow. And that's it. So that was our message. So we modified that earlier statement about you until you conquer the fear will conquer you. We removed it and we added, we changed it to the following, right? So if you face your fear, you may not conquer it, but every time we face a fear, it propels our growth. So that's more inspiring, that's more motivating, that's giving me some hope. Okay, if I face the fear, I may not conquer it, but every time I face the fear, it propels my growth, right? So that's the messaging that we came up with. And she went to the area that we did few more structural changes to the speech, but we didn't change the overall story or anything of that sort. So she went to the area and I was very eager to know what happened, and I did not hear back from her, so I kept quiet. Maybe she lost the contest and I didn't want to trouble her much. But then the next day she got back saying she won the contest. She was so excited and she wanted to go to the divisions. And I was so happy. And I'm going to tell you something. It was a learning for me that how much of a messaging change can make a difference. Because it really made a difference. The reason being, she lost the club contest in Club A, but she represented Club B under the same area, right? A group of clubs form an area. And the person who defeated her in Club A, the same person got defeated by her at the area. She had the same speech, he had the same speech, but her messaging changed, and that made the difference. There were some differences as well in terms of her structure, and obviously she became more confident, and there were some laugh lines added, but those things are all good to have. But the real power is when you change the messaging, when you bring something novel, something fresh to the audience. And I was so happy that she could accomplish that. And that's the message I want to share in this video. You don't need to change the overall theme, or you don't need to change the overall story of what you want to share, right? Sometimes you're so compelled to share that story, you really want to get it out of you and share it to the world. And that's totally okay, because that's what is authentic, that's what is the real meat that you're sharing. But you need to wrap it around a message that is fresh, that brings a new perspective to your story and to your overall theme, right? So I hope this was helpful for you, and I hope you become a winner in whatever you're trying to accomplish with your speeches. Thank you so much for watching this video. Signing off. Have a great rest of the day and rest of the week. Bye bye.